Alright, so people keep telling me to do the same things over and over again. Not one of them stops and actually listens to what's going on. They listen to a tiny bit of it and then give me 400 miles of bullshit that I've already gone through. NAMI, 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 call NAMI, call NAMI. They do this and they do that. They can get you an advocate. No, I need an advocate before NAMI will do anything. That's what the term mentally ill does. And then everybody, as soon as they hear that term, they automatically assume the worst and shove drugs at you. More drugs, more drugs, more drugs. When it's an environmental overload. I need a safe environment. Locking me up and treating me like a fucking animal is not a safe environment. That's the opposite of a safe fucking environment. Stop telling me to call these fucking places and sit there and call them with me. Be a fucking witness, you piece of shit. I'm tired of being bullied, and I'm tired of people who are not willing to understand the situation, telling me what I need to do, not bothering to find out what it is that I'm even capable of doing before assuming. And I get punished for it, and I get told that I wanted it, and I chose it, and I deserved it. And I'm not allowed to get frustrated. People are allowed to yell at me and scream at me and call me names, and I'm not allowed to do any of that back, or I'm a terrible fucking monster. It sucks. Now, I'm not trying to be an asshole to any of you. But I am coming across as an asshole because I'm fucking frustrated. Because when I try to explain it as nicely as I fucking can in texting, it takes too fucking long. And you're so busy making the same suggestions over and over again. I explained to you that I called NAMI. I explained that to you in the first fucking sentence. Maybe the second. After you made that very first suggestion, I explained that to you. And I had to explain it to you 5 more times. The same thing with the library. The same thing with the police. I'm telling you how it is. Stop telling me your crappy assumptions, please. Take the time to listen. I know I'm not allowed to get frustrated. You're allowed to be frustrated. You're allowed to be frustrated about shit that isn't 1/1000th of what I've had to go through. You're allowed to scream and hoot and holler and shout. You're allowed to be angry about the messed up things that go on. But then again, when I try to explain it, you just don't have time. Nobody has time. I need an advocate before I can get any of this help. And before I can calm down well enough to even take care of myself, I need a safe environment where I can calm down and do the things that I need to and not have to worry about disrupting other people's lives and being treated like shit because I have to do it during this hour of the day or that hour of the day or without internet or without a fucking telephone, without an income. And all of these things cost time and they cost money. And I have to find a way to get there. With my disabilities, I have to figure out a way to do all of this. All of these things that you're telling me to do that I have already done hundreds of times. I've called these places. I talked to the State Patrol. I called the FBI. I got so desperate after doing all of that shit and being blown off by every single one of them that I literally threatened to kill the President of the United States to try to force an outside agency to look at all of this shit. So stop telling me to do the same things that I've already done. Doing it 10,000 more times is not going to get it done without an advocate. Someone who gives a fuck enough to actually take a look at this shit. Understand that I can't take care of myself. Even with the disability money that was taken away from me, I could not take care of myself. Even with that, I could not take care of myself. So how the fuck can you expect me to do those things without? telling me to call the Attorney General's office. I have done that in all of these states. I've called the FBI in all of these states. I've called NAMI in all of these states, and they all send me to other numbers that send me to other numbers that send me to other numbers. 2 goddamn years of this.